If you are watching this right now, understand this. This message has found you at the perfect time. Nothing happens by accident. There is a divine reason why you have been led here today. You are not just anybody. You have always felt different. You have always known deep within that there is something special about you. And now it is time for you to understand exactly why. You are one of the chosen ones. You are not like the rest. There is a divine favor upon your life, a sacred calling that sets you apart from the masses. But this path is not an easy one. To be chosen by God means to walk a road that many will never understand. It means to face challenges that others will never experience. It means to carry a light that the world will often try to dim. I need you to listen carefully, because what I am about to reveal to you is going to change the way you see yourself forever. There are 7 powerful signs that prove you are one of God's favorites, that you are divinely chosen, and that you have been set apart for a greater purpose. These signs are not coincidences. They are not random. They are the markings of someone who carries a divine mission on this earth. Before we dive into these 7 signs, I want you to do something important. If you feel like you are truly a chosen one, if this message is already resonating deep within your soul, then comment 777 below right now. Why? Because numbers have power. They carry divine frequencies, and 777 represents divine perfection, spiritual awakening, and alignment with God's will. By commenting 777, you are acknowledging the calling on your life. You are stepping into your divine identity. You are confirming that you are ready for the truth. Understand this. Many are called, but few are chosen. There are billions of people in this world, yet only a small fraction are truly set apart for something greater. The chosen ones are rare. They are God's warriors, His messengers, His vessels on earth. And the fact that you are here listening to this means that you are one of them. Have you ever felt like you don't belong? Like no matter where you go, you always feel different from the crowd? Have you ever experienced rejection, isolation, or spiritual attacks that seemed relentless? Have you noticed that people are drawn to you, or sometimes even intimidated by you, without you doing anything at all? These are not random experiences. These are signs. God's favor is not something that can be hidden. It is something that shines brightly, even when you try to dim it. The chosen ones carry an energy that is undeniable, and because of this, they often experience things that others do not. Some of these experiences are beautiful and full of blessings, while others are painful and full of trials. But through it all, one thing remains true. God's hand is on your life. This journey is not for the weak. Being chosen means that you will be tested, refined, and shaped into the person God needs you to be. It means that you will experience both divine favor and spiritual warfare. It means that your path will not be like the path of others, but it also means that your reward will be far greater than anything this world can offer. I know you have felt it, the pull, the calling, the sense that your life is meant for something greater. It is not your imagination, it is real. You were never meant to fit in because you were born to stand out. Some of you may be struggling right now. You may be going through trials that feel unbearable. You may be questioning why your life has been filled with obstacles and pain. But let me tell you something, every single hardship you have faced has been preparing you for what is to come. God does not put His strongest warriors in easy battles. He allows the chosen ones to be tested because He knows their potential. He knows their power. He knows that once they awaken, nothing can stop them. So if you have been feeling lost, if you have been questioning your purpose, or if you have been wondering why your life has been different from others, this is your confirmation. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where you need to be. God has been revealing these signs to you all along, But now it is time for you to fully recognize them. You are here for a reason, and you must embrace your divine purpose. Once you do, your life will never be the same. The 7 signs I'm about to share with you are not just theories. They are spiritual truths that every chosen one experiences. They are the proof that you are favored by God, that you have a mission, and that you are meant to rise. Pay close attention, because these signs will reveal everything you need to know about who you truly are. Are you ready? Are you ready to step into your calling? Are you ready to finally understand why you are different? Then let's begin. A true chosen one will always go through a deep and life-altering spiritual awakening. This is not just a small realization or a moment of inspiration. It is a complete transformation of the soul. It is an experience that shakes your entire reality and forces you to see the world differently. This awakening is not optional for the chosen ones. It is a requirement. It is a divine initiation into your true identity. At first, it might feel like everything in your life is falling apart. The things that once made sense no longer do. The people you once connected with suddenly seem distant. The beliefs you held on to for years begin to crumble. This is because God is stripping away the illusion. He is tearing down everything that is not real, everything that is not meant for you, and everything that is keeping you from your divine purpose. Many chosen ones go through a period of deep isolation during their awakening. You might feel like no one understands what you are going through. You might feel disconnected from friends, family, and even society itself. But this is not a punishment. It is a divine process. God is removing the distractions so that you can hear His voice more clearly. He is taking you away from the noise of the world so that you can finally see the truth. This awakening is often triggered by a major life event, a betrayal, a loss, a sudden change, or an experience that forces you to question everything. It might feel painful at first. It might feel like you are losing yourself. But in reality, you are finding yourself, your real self, the version of you that God intended you to be. Once you awaken, you can never go back to the way things were. You will start to see through lies and illusions that you never noticed before. You will begin to recognize the spiritual warfare happening in the world. You will see things others do not see, feel things others do not feel, and understand things that most people will never comprehend. This is why many chosen ones struggle to relate to those around them after their awakening. You may try to explain your experiences, but people look at you like you're crazy. You may try to share your truth, but they dismiss it. This is because you are seeing with spiritual eyes, while they are still looking through a worldly lens. Not everyone is meant to wake up, only the chosen ones. Your mind will expand in ways you never imagined. You will start to receive divine downloads, messages from God, intuitive insights, prophetic dreams, and visions. Your ability to sense energy will increase. You will discern spirits. You will know who is real and who is fake, who carries light and who carries darkness. This is the gift of spiritual sight, and it is one of the biggest signs that you are chosen. But with this awakening comes a great responsibility. Once you know the truth, you can no longer pretend to be ignorant. You can no longer conform to the ways of the world. You will feel a deep urge to separate yourself from things that no longer serve your higher purpose. Toxic relationships, meaningless distractions, and low vibrational environments will start to repel you. At first, this might feel lonely. You might wonder why God is pulling you away from so many people and places. But trust this process. God is not isolating you to hurt you. He is preparing you for your mission. He is resetting your mind, cleansing your spirit, and strengthening your soul so that you can step fully into your purpose. As a chosen one, your awakening will also come with tests and trials. The enemy does not want you to wake up. The moment you start seeing the truth, you will face spiritual attacks. You may experience negative energy, strange opposition, or sudden difficulties in your life. This is a sign that you are on the right path, because if you are not a threat to darkness, it would not try to stop you. This is why you must stay grounded in your faith. The moment you awaken, you must become even more connected to God. Prayer meditation. Fasting and seeking divine wisdom will become essential. Your relationship with God must become stronger than ever, because the world will try to pull you back into the illusion. Your awakening is a gift. It is the moment you truly come alive. It is the moment you step into your divine identity and embrace the power that has always been inside of you. Not everyone will understand what you are going through, and that's okay. You are not meant to follow the crowd. You are not meant to fit in. You were meant to lead. Your spiritual awakening is the first and most powerful sign that you are one of God's favorites. Now that you have awakened, your journey has truly begun. Are you ready to embrace who you really are? Are you ready to move forward with purpose? Then let's continue. One of the most undeniable signs that you are a chosen one is rejection. You have experienced it for as long as you can remember. People turning against you, friends suddenly disappearing, family not understanding you, and a society making you feel like an outsider. It may have confused you in the past. It may have made you question yourself, wondering, why does this keep happening to me? But now you need to understand the truth. It is happening because you are chosen. The world does not reject what it understands. The world does not push away what it accepts as its own. But you are not of this world. You are of God. Because of that, people will always sense that there is something different about you, something they cannot quite explain. From a young age, you may have felt like you just didn't fit in. Even when you tried to be like everyone else, something inside of you just wouldn't allow it. Maybe you were excluded from social groups, overlooked for opportunities, or treated unfairly for no clear reason. You may have been the black sheep of your family, the one who thought differently, acted differently, and saw the world through a unique perspective. This is because chosen ones have a different spirit. You do not blend in with the crowd because you were never meant to. When people encounter you, they feel your energy even if they do not understand it. Some are drawn to it, but many are intimidated by it. Some people dislike you without even knowing why. Some feel uneasy around you, not because you have done anything wrong, but because your presence forces them to confront their own darkness. Many times, rejection does not come from strangers. It comes from those closest to you. Friends, family members, co-workers, people you thought would support you. Instead, they criticize you, doubt you, and even betray you. They may not understand your spiritual journey. They may think you are strange, too deep, too serious, or too focused on things they cannot see. But you must remember this. Their rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It is a sign of your calling. Look at the lives of the prophets, the messengers, and the great spiritual leaders throughout history. They were all rejected. They were misunderstood, persecuted, and ridiculed. Why? Because the truth is rarely welcomed by the world. A chosen one does not speak to please the crowd. A chosen one speaks to reveal the truth, and the truth makes people uncomfortable. The rejection you have faced is not a curse. It is a divine protection. God has allowed people to walk away from you because they were never meant to be part of your journey. If they could not recognize your value, then they were not meant to sit at your table. If they could not support your growth, then they were not assigned to your destiny. Every person who left was meant to leave. Every door that closed was meant to close. Rejection is God's way of removing what no longer serves you. It may hurt in the moment, but one day you will look back and realize that every rejection was actually a blessing. It protected you from the wrong people, directed you toward your true purpose, and forced you to become stronger, wiser, and more independent. One of the hardest things about being chosen is walking alone. There will be seasons where it feels like no one truly understands you. You will crave deep connections, but find that most people cannot meet you at your level. This is because your path is different. Most people are focused on temporary things, money, status, approval from others. But you are focused on truth, purpose, and divine alignment. Understand this. Rejection is not personal, it is spiritual. When people mistreat you, it is not just them. It is the spirit within them that senses the anointing on your life. Darkness always resists light. That is why some people will hate you without reason, compete with you without cause, and attack you without warning. You must not allow rejection to make you bitter. Do not let the world harden your heart. Instead, use it as fuel to grow. Learn to be at peace with being misunderstood. Accept that not everyone will see what God sees in you. Accept that some people will try to bring you down simply because they cannot reach your level. But here's the secret: the right people will find you. The ones who are meant to walk this journey with you will recognize your energy. They will respect your calling, see the light within you, and honor it, not try to dim it. So if you have been rejected, if you have been misunderstood, or if you have felt like an outcast, do not be discouraged. It is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of favor. The world does not celebrate the chosen ones. It tests them, challenges them, and tries to break them. But those who endure, those who keep walking despite the rejection, are the ones who will rise. You were never meant to fit in. You were never meant to follow the crowd. You were meant to stand apart, to lead, and to shine. Those who reject you today will one day look back and realize that they had a chosen one in their presence. So stand tall, walk boldly, and remember God has already accepted you. That is all that matters. There is something deep inside of you that has never been able to rest, a feeling, a knowing, an unshakable sense that you are meant for something greater. While others go through life without questioning, without seeking, and without wondering why they are here, you have always known that your life has a higher purpose. You may not have always been able to explain it, and at times it may have even felt frustrating. But one thing is certain: you were never meant for an ordinary life. This is one of the clearest signs that you are a chosen one. You have a divine assignment. You are not placed here to simply exist, to follow the path that society has laid out for you, or to live without direction. No, your soul carries a mission from God, and that mission is imprinted in your spirit so deeply that you cannot ignore it. Even if you have tried to run from it, even if you have tried to fit into the world's expectations, something always pulls you back. You may have attempted to follow a path that seemed safe, that seemed logical, or that everyone else was following, but eventually you always find yourself searching for more. This is because your spirit refuses to settle for anything less than what it was created for. Many chosen ones experience restlessness because of this. While others are content with routine and comfort, you crave growth, transformation, and deeper meaning. You feel drawn to things that expand your mind, elevate your spirit, and challenge you to become the highest version of yourself. You are constantly seeking truth, wisdom, and divine knowledge because you know that there is more to life than what meets the eye. This strong sense of purpose can feel like a burden at times. There may be moments when you feel overwhelmed by the weight of your calling. You may feel like you are being prepared for something, but you don't yet know what it is. You may feel like you have been given a vision, but the path to achieving it is unclear. But understand this: God never reveals everything at once. He gives you just enough to keep moving forward, just enough to test your faith, and just enough to see if you will trust Him. Every experience in your life, the struggles, the victories, the losses, the lessons is shaping you for your divine assignment. Nothing is wasted. The pain you have endured, the hardships you have faced, and the challenges that seemed unfair were all part of your preparation. When the time comes for you to step fully into your purpose, you will be ready. One of the most powerful things about a chosen one is that your purpose is bigger than you. It is not just about personal success, money, or status. It is about impact, influence, and divine service. You are called to uplift others, to inspire change, and to bring light into dark places. Whether it is through your words, your work, your presence, or your energy, you are meant to touch lives in a way that most people never will. But here's the truth. Not everyone will understand your purpose. People may tell you that you are thinking too big, that you are dreaming too high, or that you should just settle for a normal life. They may try to convince you that your ambitions are unrealistic, that you are wasting your time, and that you should be more like everyone else. But they do not see what you see. They do not feel what you feel. They do not carry what you carry. This is why many chosen ones walk alone for a season. God removes distractions, removes doubters, and removes people who are not aligned with your destiny, so that you can hear Him clearly and focus on what truly matters. There will be moments where your faith is tested, moments where the path ahead seems unclear, and moments where you wonder if you are even on the right track. But deep down, you will always know that you cannot turn back, because once you have awakened to your purpose, there is no going back to a life of ignorance. Your purpose will continue calling you. It will not let you rest until you step into it fully. And when you finally do, when you finally embrace who you are and why you are here, your life will change in ways you never imagined. Doors will open that you never expected. Opportunities will come that you never could have planned. Everything will begin to align not because of luck, but because you are finally walking in divine alignment. So if you have always felt like you were meant for more, if you have always had an inner knowing that you have a mission greater than yourself, trust that feeling. It is real. It is divine. It is your confirmation that you are a chosen one. Your purpose is waiting for you, and when you embrace it fully, the world will see exactly why God chose you. There is something about you that sets you apart from the rest. You do not just see with your eyes, you see with your spirit. You do not just hear with your ears, you hear with your soul. You do not just understand things on the surface, you feel the truth deep within you. This is called spiritual discernment, and it is one of the strongest signs that you are a chosen one. Spiritual discernment is the ability to see beyond the physical realm. It is a heightened awareness, a deep inner knowing, and a sense of understanding that most people do not have. While others accept things at face value, you can sense what is really going on beneath the surface. You can feel people's true intentions. You can pick up on hidden energies, and you can recognize when something is not right, even if there is no physical proof. This is not just intuition. This is a divine gift. God has given you a spiritual radar that alerts you when something is off. You may walk into a room and immediately feel the energy shift. You may meet someone new and instantly know whether they carry light or darkness. You may hear words that sound good on the surface, but deep inside you sense deception. Because of this gift, you have likely found yourself questioning things that others blindly accept. You do not follow the crowd because you can sense when something is not right. You do not fall for lies because your spirit detects the truth. You do not engage in meaningless distractions because your soul is focused on higher wisdom. This is why you may have noticed that certain people feel uncomfortable around you. Your presence alone can make people uneasy, not because you are doing anything wrong, but because your discernment exposes things they would rather keep hidden. A person who carries deception, jealousy, or ill intentions cannot hide from you for long. They may smile in your face, but your spirit senses what they truly feel. They may act like they support you, but deep down, you know the truth. At times, you may have doubted this gift. You may have ignored your instincts only to later realize that you were right all along. This is because the world teaches people to rely only on what they can see, hear, and touch. But as a chosen one, you are called to walk by faith, not by sight. Your discernment does not come from you. It comes from God. It is the result of your deep spiritual connection, your alignment with divine truth, and your ability to stay rooted in wisdom. The closer you are to God, the sharper your discernment becomes. This is why prayer, fasting, and seeking divine wisdom are essential. The more you strengthen your spiritual connection, the clearer your vision will be. But with this gift comes great responsibility. You must learn how to use it wisely. Just because you can see through people does not mean you should always expose them. Just because you sense deception does not mean you should always confront it. Sometimes God reveals things to you, not so you can react, but so you can be prepared. Not every battle needs to be fought. Sometimes the best response is to observe, stay silent, and allow God to handle it. At the same time, you must also protect your energy. When you have heightened discernment, you naturally attract both light and darkness. People with pure hearts will be drawn to you because they recognize your wisdom, but those with hidden agendas will also come near hoping to manipulate, drain, or deceive you. You must be careful about who you allow into your space, because not everyone deserves access to your energy. Discernment is not just about recognizing negative energy. It is also about recognizing divine opportunities. Because of your gift, you will often feel when God is leading you in a certain direction. You will receive spiritual nudges, intuitive insights, and divine confirmations that others may miss. You will feel when it is time to move, when it is time to wait, and when it is time to let go. This is one of the biggest advantages of being a chosen one. You are never truly lost because your spirit is always being guided. But remember this: not everyone will understand your gift. People may call you paranoid. They may say you are overthinking, or they may try to convince you that what you feel is just your imagination. But you must trust yourself. You must trust the gift that God has given you, because time and time again, your discernment will prove to be right. This world is full of deception, false teachings, false leaders, false prophets, and false friendships. The enemy works through many disguises, but a chosen one cannot be easily fooled. You were given this heightened spiritual discernment so that you could walk in truth, avoid traps, and protect your divine purpose. So embrace this gift, use it wisely, and trust what you feel, because the ability to see beyond the surface is one of the greatest blessings a chosen one can have. One of the biggest confirmations that you are a chosen one is the extreme contrast in your life. You have experienced both incredible blessings and intense battles. It seems like every time you take a step forward, something tries to pull you 2 steps back. You receive breakthroughs, but they are often followed by trials. You get divine opportunities, but they come with opposition. This is because God's favor attracts both light and darkness. As a chosen one, you carry a powerful anointing, and wherever there is great favor, there is also great resistance. The more you walk in your divine calling, the more the enemy will try to stop you. You are a threat to darkness, and that is why spiritual warfare surrounds you. Have you ever noticed that just when things start going well, a sudden attack comes out of nowhere? Maybe you got a promotion, but suddenly conflict arises in your workplace. Maybe you started a new business, but unexpected obstacles appeared. Maybe you stepped into a deeper spiritual connection with God, and then you started facing unusual challenges. This is not a coincidence. It is spiritual warfare. The enemy does not attack those who are lost. He attacks those who are making progress. But here is the other side of it. You are also highly favored. No matter how many attacks come against you, you always find a way to rise. Even when people try to bring you down, God lifts you up. Even when situations seem impossible, doors open for you at the right moment. You are constantly protected, constantly guided, and constantly blessed. Your life is proof of divine favor. Think about it. How many times have you faced situations that should have broken you, but somehow you made it through? How many times have you been surrounded by negativity, yet you remain strong? How many times have you been put in positions where others failed, yet you succeeded? That is God's hand over your life. But with this favor comes responsibility. You must understand that your blessings are not just for you. They are meant to serve a greater purpose. God has given you favor because you are meant to be a light in this world. You are meant to inspire, to uplift, to guide, and to lead. This is why you cannot afford to be careless with your energy. The enemy is always looking for a way to throw you off track. Spiritual warfare does not always come in obvious forms. Sometimes it comes through distractions, temptations, toxic relationships, or negative thoughts. The goal of the enemy is not just to hurt you, but to make you doubt yourself, to make you feel exhausted, and to make you lose focus. Have you noticed that every time you are about to step into a new level, you face unexpected resistance? That is because you are close to a breakthrough. The enemy tries to make you give up right before your blessing arrives. This is why endurance is key. A chosen one must learn to keep going even when things get tough, to trust in God's plan, even when the path is unclear, and to remain unshaken even in the face of opposition. At times you may wonder why your life has so many ups and downs. You may question why God allows you to go through so much when you're trying to do the right thing. But here is the truth. You are being strengthened. God does not give weak assignments to strong warriors. He allows the chosen ones to go through battles because He knows that they will come out victorious. Look at the great figures in history: leaders, prophets, spiritual teachers. None of them had easy lives. They all faced opposition, betrayal, persecution, and hardships. But they also carried immense power, wisdom, and divine favor. Their struggles were not signs of weakness. They were signs of their calling. It is the same for you. You must understand that the attacks are not happening because you are weak. They are happening because you are powerful. If you are not a threat to darkness, the enemy would leave you alone. But because you carry God's light, because you are meant to create change, and because you have a divine assignment, you will always face resistance. But here is what the enemy does not realize: every attack against you only makes you stronger. Every obstacle only pushes you closer to your purpose. Every battle only deepens your faith. What was meant to break you actually builds you. What was meant to stop you actually prepares you. So if you feel like your life is full of both favor and warfare, do not be discouraged. Instead, recognize it as confirmation that you are truly chosen. You are not just living a normal life. You are walking a divine path. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No attack can stop what God has already ordained for you. You were chosen for a reason, and no force of darkness can change that. So stand firm, keep walking, and remember, for every battle, there is a breakthrough waiting on the other side. There is something inside of you that always longs for God. No matter where life has taken you, no matter what you have been through, that connection has never truly faded. Even in your lowest moments, even when you felt lost, even when you questioned everything, you still felt God's presence. That is because you are chosen. A chosen one does not need to be convinced that God is real. You have experienced His presence in ways that cannot be explained. You have seen signs, synchronicities, and divine messages that confirm that you are walking with Him. This is not just faith, it is knowing. Deep in your soul, you feel God's hand over your life, guiding you, protecting you, and speaking to you. You may have noticed that your relationship with God has always been different. While others pray out of habit, you pray with deep intention. While others seek God only in times of trouble, you seek Him daily in every moment and every decision. While others may doubt, you are constantly seeking wisdom, truth, and divine understanding. This connection is what makes you stand out. It is the reason why you cannot ignore spiritual matters, why you feel deeply connected to things beyond this physical world. While others chase after material success, your soul craves something higher, something eternal, something divine. Even in your darkest times, when you felt alone and when the world seemed against you, you could feel God whispering to your spirit, reminding you that He has never left. There were moments when you thought you would break, but somehow you found the strength to keep going. That was not your strength. It was God's strength within you. Have you ever noticed how your spirit picks up on things before they happen? How you feel when something is right or wrong, even before you have all the facts? How you receive messages through dreams, sudden realizations, or deep inner knowing? That is because your connection to God is stronger than you realize. You have been given spiritual insight that most people do not have. You are able to see through deception, recognize hidden truths, and sense divine timing. This is not a coincidence. This is a gift. God has placed His wisdom within you because you are meant to lead, teach, and uplift others. But here's the thing. The closer you are to God, the more the world will try to pull you away. Distractions, temptations, and negative influences. All of these things will try to weaken your connection. That is why the chosen ones must be vigilant, disciplined, and spiritually grounded. You may have gone through seasons where you felt disconnected from God. Maybe you experienced doubt. Maybe you felt abandoned. Maybe you wondered if He was really there. But even in those moments, God was still working in your life. Sometimes He allows us to walk through darkness, not to punish us, but to strengthen our faith. Your connection to God is not based on religion. It is based on a direct relationship. While some people follow rituals without understanding, you have a personal bond with the divine. You talk to God like a friend, like a guide, and like a father who truly knows you. Because of this, your spiritual path will always be different. There is a reason why you cannot tolerate certain environments, certain conversations, or certain energies. There is a reason why your soul rejects anything that is not aligned with truth. There is a reason why you feel drained when you are around people who do not carry light. It is because you are connected to a higher frequency. Your spirit is not meant to dwell in low places. This is why you must protect your connection. The world is full of noise, social media distractions, and worldly desires, all designed to weaken your spiritual focus. But as a chosen one, you must prioritize your relationship with God above all else. Because when you are aligned with Him, everything in your life begins to flow. You do not have to force things. You do not have to chase after what is meant for you. When you are in divine alignment, opportunities come, doors open, and miracles happen effortlessly. Your connection to God is your greatest gift. It is the source of your power, your wisdom, and your strength. So if you feel this deep connection, if you have always known that your life is guided by something greater, and if you constantly seek truth, purpose, and divine wisdom, this is your confirmation. You are chosen, you are favored, you are walking with God, and as long as you stay connected, nothing can stop you. There is something about you that people cannot ignore. Even when you try to blend in, you stand out. Even when you stay silent, your presence speaks volumes. You carry an energy that is different, powerful, and deeply spiritual. This is one of the biggest signs that you are a chosen one. You do not just exist, you influence. Some people are naturally drawn to you. They feel inspired, uplifted, and motivated in your presence. They seek your wisdom, your advice, and your perspective on life. Even strangers may feel comfortable opening up to you, sharing their deepest struggles as if they've known you forever. This is not a coincidence. Your spirit carries a divine presence, a light that attracts those who seek truth and healing. But just as some people are drawn to you, others are deeply disturbed by you. Your presence makes them uncomfortable even if you've done nothing to provoke them. You may have noticed that some people become defensive around you, try to challenge you for no reason, or simply dislike you without explanation. This is because your energy exposes what they try to hide. The chosen ones do not just move through the world unnoticed. They create shifts wherever they go. When you enter a room, the atmosphere changes. When you speak, people listen, even those who pretend not to. When you walk into a situation, things begin to realign, as if the spiritual realm itself recognizes your presence. You are not just another person. You are a force. This unique energy is not something you can control. It is something that comes with being chosen. It is the result of your spiritual connection, your divine calling, and the anointing that rests upon your life. You carry the presence of God, and people can feel it. Some people will admire you for it. They will see the light within you and feel hope, inspiration, and clarity. They will gravitate toward you because they sense that you carry something divine. They will be uplifted simply by being around you. This is one of your greatest gifts. But others will reject you because of it. They will feel threatened, exposed, and uneasy. They may try to tear you down, criticize you, or find faults in you that do not exist. This is because your presence disrupts the illusions they live in. Darkness cannot stand in the presence of light without being exposed. You may have wondered why some people instantly dislike you without knowing you, or why certain individuals feel the need to compete with you, undermine you, or discredit you, even when you have done nothing but exist. This is spiritual warfare. It is not about you. It is about what you carry. There is power in your energy. There is divine authority in your presence. You do not need to announce who you are. Your spirit does that for you. This is why you must be mindful of your surroundings. Not everyone who is drawn to you has good intentions. Some people come close to steal your energy, to drain your light, or to disrupt your peace. As a chosen one, you must learn to protect your spirit. Not everyone deserves access to you. Your energy is sacred. It is powerful. It is not meant to be wasted on meaningless things or toxic environments. The more you grow spiritually, the more sensitive you will become to who and what deserves your presence. At times you may feel misunderstood because of this. You may feel like you are too much for some people, or that your energy is too intense for certain spaces. Do not dim yourself to make others comfortable. Do not shrink yourself to fit into places that were never meant for you. You were designed to stand out, to lead, to inspire, and to awaken. Your energy is meant to shake people, to make them think, and to push them out of their comfort zones. Some will love you for it. Some will hate you for it. But none will be able to ignore you. That is the power of a chosen one. That is the power of your divine presence. And that is why you must embrace it fully. Because when you do, you step into the fullness of your calling. Now that you've heard these 7 signs, you may be realizing something deep within yourself. You are not ordinary. You never have been. Everything you have experienced, the rejection, the awakening, the spiritual battles, the unshakable connection to God, and the powerful energy you carry has been proof of your divine calling. You are a chosen one. You were never meant to fit in with the world because you were called to rise above it. Your path has been different because your purpose is greater. The struggles you have endured have not been in vain. They have shaped you, strengthened you, and prepared you for what is coming. God has been guiding you all along. Even in moments when you felt lost, He was leading you. Even in times when you questioned your purpose, He was confirming it. Now the truth is clear. You were chosen for a reason. You were set apart to be a light in a world full of darkness, to bring truth where there is deception, and to lead where others are lost. But here's the thing, knowing you are chosen is not enough. You must now walk in that calling. You must embrace your identity fully and stop doubting the power that God has placed within you. You must step boldly into your purpose, without fear and without hesitation. Yes, the journey will still come with challenges. The enemy will still try to test you. People will still misunderstand you. But now you know the truth, and the truth is your power. The truth is what will set you free. If this message has resonated with you, if you feel deep in your soul that you are one of the chosen ones, comment 7777 below right now. This is not just a number. It is a confirmation, a declaration that you recognize your calling and that you are ready to step into the path God has prepared for you. And if you are ready to fully embrace your purpose, if you want to continue receiving divine wisdom and guidance, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. This is just the beginning. There is so much more to discover about your spiritual journey, and together we will uncover the truth. Remember this: you were chosen for a reason. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are rising, and no matter what comes against you, God has already prepared the victory. Stay strong, stay awakened, stay chosen. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, walk boldly in your divine calling.